Oamaru lies south of Timaru and north of Dunedin on the Pacific coast of the South Island. It's a small town that had its glory days over 100 years ago, when the port was built to capitalize on the new trade in frozen meat. The freezing works is still a big employer in town today. I was born and raised in Tonga. My family moved here 7 years ago when my husband came here to play rugby. We're a part of a growing Pacifica community here. Tongan is the second most commonly spoken language in Oamaru after English. But it's not just the Tongan community that's finding a warm welcome here in Oamaru. Let's hear from some of the other people that are making this community more diverse and accepting by the day. In this episode of Neighbourhood, we'll meet a German family who had discovered the good life in Oamaru.
The first person who can pronounce the name of the soup properly will get a free soup.
Yeah, so then the Germans come and then I have to give all the soup away.
No, it's only for our regulars.
A woman from Indonesia passes her faith to her daughter.
It's very important gift from my mom for me before we leave Indonesia. And then I will give this to my daughter when you are, big enough and you are able to read the Quran. Because you're still learning, eh? You're still learning? Yeah.
We'll meet a young man who has turned adversity into a vision for the future.
I have a real love for music. It gives me hope. It gives me assurance that I'm just like everybody else. It takes away all the pain.
And a local artist takes inspiration from the place he grew up.
Some of the stuff I'm doing is about the village that I'm from that doesn't actually exist anymore as it was. So I spent so much time drawing it as a kid that it's there, it's all in there.
I'm Api Fifita, and this is my neighborhood. Tongan families first started coming to Oamaru in the 1970s when a local engineering company brought in some workers on short-term contracts. Some of them stayed, and since then, the Tongan migrants have come to Oamaru, whether for work, to play rugby, or to join some of their other family members. Now we have a community of over 1,000 people here. The number of churches is growing too, because when you're a Tongan, your life and your faith is bound together.
I born in Jakarta. I live in the country with the highest population of Muslim. And I've been to London, who has a mosque, Auckland, who has a mosque, whatever you need to practice is there. But somehow, I wasn't that religious. When I come to Oamaru, everything was so difficult here to find. You don't have mosque here, you don't have like halal butcher and all that. But then somehow I feel like I found my way toward Islam. My mom gave me a Quran for wanita, that means Quran especially for women. Maybe she hopes that this will be my guidance while I'm living in, non-Muslim country. Do you want to read it? Okay. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Whatever we do as a Muslim is in here, and whatever we have to do, whatever we cannot do, whatever we can do is all here. And this is very important because it highlights all the stuff, the important things about how to act as a Muslim woman. They tell you everything, highlight about, like, for example, when you are on period, when you just give birth, and why we need to wear hijab, and all in here. So yeah, it's very important gift from my mom for me before I leave Indonesia. And then I will give this to my daughter when you are, you know, big enough and you are able to read the Quran, because you're still learning, eh? You're still learning? Yeah. It will be from my mom, from me, to my daughter. Yeah. Living in Jakarta, I met my husband there. After that, we got married, have children. I asked him, do you want to start living overseas like I did? And he said, oh yeah, why not? Let's try. Yeah. When I first come to Oamaru, I don't think that much many Muslim here. I think the one that I know is only the people who work with my husband in freezing work. Oamaru now, the Muslim family is about 11 family. So since I came here, we used to go from house to house to pray. Last year, we make our organization. We are Muslim Association of Oamaru, and we agree that we going to look for a place to pray. So since January, we got our place to rent to pray. So that's Alhamdulillah. That's a big thing for us.
Allahu Akbar.
It's more reward when you pray together rather than you pray by yourself at home. I can pray at home every day if I want, but you know, we choose to come here to pray together, to be together, and that's like, you know, feeling like having a family, because I don't have family here, only my own family. So surrounding by them, I feel like I have my own family.
Continue again. Ba.
To be.
I think it's important in the community for kids to learn their religion. We have a class twice a week, so they can learn how to read Quran.
That's the number 6 in Arabic.
And then once they're able to read Quran, and then they will learn the meanings as well. They will learn as well about how being a good Muslim.
I haven't practiced so much because my mom's been busy, so I had to do most of the things.
The chorus.
Yeah.
That's being a good girl, though. We also tell them about the story of the prophet, different prophet, and then in that story, they're also learning about manners, about sharing, about how to treat people. I feel really, wow, blessing. That's the word. I feel really blessing here, yeah. Surrounding by all these people, because they have that certain knowledge. Because to be honest, my knowledge, you know, I'm still letter L myself, learning. So, yeah, I'm very blessed here. Yeah.
مما لك من الله من ولي ولا نصير.
So our next goal is, within this year, if we can, raise some fund to buy a property, or, you know, to be a first mosque in Oamaru. Finger crossed. Yeah.
It's lovely to have everybody here, and it's really my pleasure to introduce Harley, who's going to play the piano for us this afternoon.
My mum got me into playing at the rest home. I went and played for the old folks when I was young, and they absolutely loved it, and it made my nana and my mum very proud. After that, we went through a couple of other rest homes and performed for them too, and they just loved it as well. I started the piano when I was about 3 years old. My father's mum taught me a bunch of old hymns on the piano when I was younger, and I just took it up and started playing myself after that, and have been playing ever since, really. I have a real love for music. My father's side were all very talented in music, and that's where I believe I got my talent from. It gives me hope. It gives me assurance that I'm just like everybody else. it takes away all the pain. If I'm feeling stressed out or if I'm feeling a bit down, I'll just go and play my music and it makes me better. Yeah. And I believe that no matter what happens to you, we're all human beings, and no matter what gets thrown at you, how you go through life, I believe that you can get through it with the right people and the right support and the right mindset.